Today, I'm introducing you to two humble stained glass artists whose hearts shine even brighter than their work. For years, they've quietly poured their time, talent, and love into helping others, especially refugees, seeking hope and a fresh start. That's what makes Murfreesboro's Richard and Catherine Spry this week's My Hero. Today, Dan and I are in Murfreesboro, and we have just been greeted with open arms and hugs. And we're here because our friend Neil introduced us to the Spry family. And Neil, when you emailed me telling about these people, one of the things that stuck out was they are talented and they care about others.
They're very generous, they're warm, they're kind, and they express that to us, and they're probably our dearest friends.
Richard, how did you decide, okay, we're going to start making chimes and making a big difference for others?
Well, we got involved with Tennessee Justice for Our Neighbors that helps people with immigration issues. Some of our church members knew about it and asked us if we wanted to be involved. It was a new organization struggling for money. We talked about how we could use our stained glass work to help. We had just recently started making wind chimes. We said, well, we could do Chimes for Justice and give all the money from the wind chimes to Justice for Our Neighbors. After doing that for 6 months or a year, we said, well, let's just do all of our stained glass work for Justice for Our Neighbors. Since then, we've been given all of the profit.
But we're talking $80,000. Y'all don't keep a dime of it. I mean, other than expenses, obviously, that you need. So you're working and giving your time, your talent. And speaking of talents, Miss Catherine, you had never really done too much stained glass work. How did this come about?
Well, Richard told me he was going to make stained glass windows, and I thought, well, that's great. And then he said, and you're going to design them. And I went, oh, sure I am. But we were fortunate to find a lady willing to give us some assistance on how to proceed. And with her help and Richard's encouragement, we were certainly able to do the things that we needed to do, much to our surprise.
I've recruited her.
That's right.
And of course, a big thank you to Dan Blommel for shooting and editing that package. And thanks to Bart Durham Injury Law, they will donate $250 to Richard and Catherine's choice of charity, which is Tennessee Justice for Our Neighbors. And if you had a hero you would like to nominate, just write to me and Dan at myhero@newschannel5.com. They were just so sweet when we got there. I mean, Ben, they just welcomed you on in and just started chit-chatting. It was so cool how they actually met each other through church.
Yeah.
And Neil said one day he and his wife were sitting there. They sat next to him. Been buddies ever since, all these years later. But while we were there, someone pulled up in their driveway and they go, oh, there's the car. And I just, Dan and I just kind of looked and said, what do you mean? They said, oh, I let the neighbor borrow the car. She needed to go to the Dollar General. I mean, they're just constantly helping people out regardless of their circumstances.
That's great. I love that.